Canberra. I'm coming to you from Canberra, Australia, and this is a channel I started to help me with my unfinished projects problem. This here is a pile of very nearly finished dressing gowns for my sons and their partners. 3 of them are mad gamers, and so we have the gaming controller, and there's also a Hedwig one, Harry Potter's owl Hedwig. So one of my daughters-in-law loves Harry Potter as much as I do, so I'm making her that. I'm kind of hoping I'm going to be able to get some more of the fabric and make one for me. I seriously thought about it at the time, and then I thought I'd probably be so sick of making dressing gowns by the end I wouldn't do it. Now I want to, though it has been a very long time in the making, about 2 years, and they're still not finished. They're close, they're really close, and they're on my UFO bingo. So that, if I need an easy win one day or 1 week, I might just get stuck into those again. Okay, it's Christmas in July evening this evening. I still haven't finished the dressing gowns, so I'm taking a bit of time out to try and finish those. I've finished 2 of the 4, but I have since realized that I'm going to have to sew the facings down. They just flap. So I can finish all the construction. I'm hoping I will also be able to finish the sewing down the facings. I've done most of the prep for the food tonight already. I did it yesterday, and then I had a nap instead of working on the dressing gowns. This is me with a deadline, procrastinate like crazy until it's just about here, and then move really fast. Anyway, what I'm doing now, I will just pop you down so we can see what we're doing. Oh, this is the collar, and it just needs to be sewn. That's the seam that sewed the collar on. It's overlocked, and it just needs to be sewn. Because of the nature of the fabric, I'm folding it in, and then it needs to be sewn onto the seam line. Because of the nature of the fabric, I'm doing it with the machine. I don't want the fluffy bits to escape if there's a way that I can stop it. I've overlocked everything. I'm hoping that will be enough on the seams. Once it's had a good shake, there's not much coming out of it anymore, but it's pretty horrible stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the seam towards the collar. I'm bringing this over the top and just putting a little hem. I will pin all the way along, and then I will sew it on this side. Fortunately, there's quite a lot going on the other side, so if I miss the seam line a bit, it's not noticeable. I've got a grey thread on that blends in. The top thread is white, so I can see what I'm doing, but yeah, it's not ideal and not what I would do with a better fabric, but I'm so over dealing with this fabric. It's just, frankly, it's horrible to work with. So anyway, I will be getting on with this, and I've done the hem for this one, but I haven't for the last one, so I will come back and just show you what's happening with the hem, and then hopefully come back with a finish. Well, 4 finishes. That would be really, really nice. Up to the hem now. I actually used a pattern that I've used before. I'm 5'2", so I had cut it down and folded it down to fit me. 2 of the people I'm making these for are 6 foot or taller, and so when I was cutting things out, excuse me 1 second, I have to turn off some noise. Okay, so when I was cutting these out, I just made things longer. And apparently I didn't make things longer consistently. So I had ended up with 2 facings that are about nearly 2 inches too short. So I actually did need that length, but I'm having to do without it. So I'm just stitching across the facing just inside here, and I'm turning up the absolute minimum. So this is 1 3/4 inches. I'll probably turn it up 2 inches and then stitch down this bit and the hem. I'll stitch this bit first. I'll get rid of that because it's a bit bulky inside the facing, and then I will turn up the hem and just stitch a line all the way along. It's quite annoying that past me didn't actually do this properly, but present me is just going with what's there. Actually, this one on the other side is so much too short. I'm going to add extra and take it down to the length of the actual of the back. This can be for my tallest person, and the previous one where I had to cut off, where I had to shorten it a couple of inches, will be for the next tallest. And then I've got a shorter one, and I've got a much shorter one. Anyway, I'm going to make this better. Okay, this is where I start just making it up as I go along. I've got the facings sewn in, and I've laid it out. I've made it all even and perfect, and I'm just pinning it and I'm sewing it up. Not much else I can do, really. It's worked on the first one. I'm going to assume it'll work on the rest. Look, Sally, look! Finished dressing gowns. Here we go, look. Oh, I'm not far enough away. I've got sewn down facings, and we've got pockets, belt loops, belts, collars. You name it, they've got it. They're finished, all 4 of them. I've got to I don't have anywhere in my house where I can hold them up. I know what I'll do. Hang on. Here we go. Dressing gown. Whee! Finished. Long, hemmed, you name it, it's done. Everything's done. Beautiful. And Hedwig the owl. Okay, I'm so happy that's done. So happy. And it's now about 5:30, and I have people coming for Christmas in July dinner at 6:30, and I haven't done the veggies yet, so I have to go. Yay, done! I've rescued a couple of the dressing gowns from their new home in my son and his partner's bedroom, and I'm just going to have another look at them and then cross them off the UFO list. I think I'm going to cross them off and add stars, because These have been hanging over my head for such a long time. And I'm really happy that they're gone, that they're done. And I'm really, really pleased that I did persist into my meal prep time last night just to get them finished. I was very tempted to stop when I got up to having to sew down the facings, but they ended up being really easy and pretty quick. So I'm glad I persisted. I'm glad I did it, and they're done. They're over. No more. No more.